Y'all having a good evening? Hi. Awesome. Alright, so tonight we're going to do a autism awareness. So, we have some autism ribbon and 4 colors. So this of course is what is usually represented for autism, all the colors. Hey Letta, so what we're going to do so what we're going to do is we're going to use this red work wreath. So let me go down here so you can see. Okay, there we go. So these are our ribbons tonight. We have red, blue, we have yellow, we have the autism ribbon, then we have green and yellow. So can you tell we're going to be making a bow? I love these colors. Aren't these colors cool? So we'll set these back here. You okay, Bella? So what we're going to do is we are going to do 30-inch ruffles. I was going to do something a little different, but my weekend kind of got away from me. My mom fell Saturday night, and we spent a big chunk in the hospital, so I kind of got all behind. So we'll just do ruffles. Yes, all those in one bow. Can you believe it? Isn't that going to be fun? Alright, so I just put these together. Now, of course, I put all 4 together, but I just left one to cut. So we will just cut this one. Where did I put this? Okay. So I cut all of my ruffles at 30 inches. Alright. And so you'll see, when you have 4 rolls like this, you should have enough to do two of them. So you see how much is left. So for planning purposes, if you got all 4, you really should be able to do 2 wreaths with it. Okay? Which of course really helps. Okay. So we've got a whole bunch cut here. So I'll just take them and separate the colors. Whoop. And I'll show you the other thing. So this is our puzzle piece. So I got a unfinished one and I just painted it blue. So that's really easy to do. And you can find the unfinished ones at Craft Outlet. Hello. I know I love these colors. I love primary colors, so they're just so bright and cheerful. So we're going to do our ruffles. Just lay it flat. Go right up the middle. Okay. And then, I've already opened the ties on the bottom, so we can just go ahead and tie it down one time, spread it out. These are all metallic mesh. So see, I have yellow metallic, the red metallic, the green, and the blue. I find that I like the metallic just a little bit better. It is. It just doesn't fray as much as the basic, so I like to use it. Okay. So we got 2 ruffles. So just put it down and then spread it out with the one before it. There we go. So this has 18 ties, so I cut 18. So we can do one in each. Of course, you can tell the red and the blue is a little bit thicker than the green and the yellow. And that's because I got it from different places. You know, if you want to do one of these and you don't have all 4 colors, you could do it with just one color. You don't have to use all 4. I just thought it would be fun. Okay. Hello. So how are y'all doing tonight? Okay, so we got the blue. There we go. So spread it out with the one before it. Now I'm just going to alternate the colors. The other thing you could do is you could cut these at like 10 or 20 inches and put 2 together. That would be good too. But I wanted to see how it would look with all the colors separated, and thought that would be fun. I like to do lots of colors. Good. They are 30 inches, yes. There we go. Alright, and just spread it out against the one before it. There we go. So, no, it's kind of on the upper. Okay. Sometimes these work wreaths, the ties come out strange. I can't tell if that's on the bottom. Let's see. I think it's supposed to be on the top, but it's kind of on the bottom, so we'll just go ahead and put one in it. Strange. Okay, there we go. I don't want them to be spread too far apart. Gotta love these work wreaths. Sometimes they're just kind of odd. Okay. Just spread the 2 out. There we go. Hi. Yay, you made it. So the mesh is from, the majority of it is from Craft Outlet, but I think I got the yellow at Carolina Pottery. That's why it's so thin. You know I love Carolina Pottery, but their mesh isn't exactly the same as what you would get from like Craft Outlet or Trendy Tree or the Wreath Shop. So, okay. Let's do a green and a red. Alright, we'll spread these two out. And then we'll do the red. The red and the blue is pretty much the most dynamic color, so I'd rather have more of that. Because when you cut this mini, you'll end up having not to be able to cut an entire fifth one. You just have to pick two colors and cut it. So I picked the red and the blue so that it would be even more colorful. Alright, so we got one layer on. Woo, that's colorful. Let's use this one. Alright. So now we can start on the top. Let me open up the top ties. Oh, we're missing one. I think I might have... Yeah. I have one down here we can use. Okay. There we go. Alright. We may be missing one, but we'll see. This really likes to grab my shirt. Okay. Now let's put that here. So when I go to the top, I like to make sure that I still have the one below it sticking out. So I'll just kind of refluff it a little bit. Oh, here it is. Hey there. All right. So I will fluff it against the one before it and make sure that the one underneath it is still standing up so it doesn't squash it. There we go. Look. Really likes my shirt. Okay. So just fluff it up against the one before it. And if your work wreath is like mine and it's a little bit odd, just do the best you can. You're not really going to be able to tell by the time we get ribbons and stuff on it. Some of them are spaced a little odd. There we go. Oh no. This'll do it. It's raining here, so I'm sure that's what's going on. Ugh. Let's do. Hey, sorry about that. It just kind of conked out on me. Yeah, I think so. It seems to be okay now. I don't know what that was all about. Just kind of died out on me. Yep. I think we're back. Okay. So we're almost done with this part. Let's do... We're going to do another blue. Nope. Yeah, FB's wonky. You know, it is what it is. It's aggravating. Wonderful and aggravating all at the same time. Ugh. All right. Hello. Hopefully this will work better. So I'm just not going to mess around with FB today. Otherwise, we could be coming in and out all night. How are you? Yes. Yay. You know, it really happens a lot, unfortunately. Okay. Now that we're back on, alright, let's see if we have enough up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think we're missing one. Yep, we are missing one right there. Awesome. Alright, so this work wreath, oddly, was missing one up top, so I'm just going to add one in right here where it should have been. Okay. So we'll put our blue one there. Hi, Patricia. Alright. So we're almost done with this part. Then we can do the fun stuff. Alright. So just spread it against the one before it. And the one on the other side. Hey, Jackie. Okay, and then just make sure it's not squashing anything from below. Okay. And I did put them going this way. So, there we go. So we got the basic part done. Woo, that's colorful, isn't it? So these are the ribbons. Okay. And I cut them at 14 inches, so I just took my 7-inch piece of cardboard. The Deco mesh are 30 inches. And I just wrapped it around. Oh, me too. I love these colors. Like this. And then I just trimmed it off at the top. And that makes one 14-inch ribbon. Okay. So I cut the puzzle. And then I did the red with the blue white dots and the yellow and white checkered, and the one with the blue and white dots. So these are going to be our ribbons. Thank you. So I have one of the Autism Awareness ribbon in every single tie. Okay? And then I just alternated the second color. So I just find the center. Oh, exciting. And then you can either open it back up or just put it right on top and then tie it down 3 times. On the bottom, I like to just pull it to the back. Just makes it the easiest to see it. You can find these ribbons at Craft Outlet or the Wreath Shop or Trendy Tree. All of those have these ribbons. The majority of these ribbons. I'm not sure if they have this checkered one, but they'll have something similar if they don't. Thank you. I do too. I just like colorful. So when I put the ribbon in, I just tie it down 3 times so I can make sure my mesh is going to stay in place. And I just alternated the second color. Hi! So, and I did tape this, so I will go back to my taped video and put the entire thing out here since we just had too much trouble. You do? It's a terrible disease. Hopefully they're going to figure out what that problem is. So many diseases these days. Okay. Okay. So just keep putting them in, tying it 3 times. Spread them out. Yes, I'm telling you. That's why I tape it, because technology is not always our friend. But they can't mess up our taped versions. Haha. Okay. We're going to make a pretty bow to go on top, or a few. Okay. Alright, one more and then we can go to the top. Whoop. Let's do the yellow one. So there's an odd number, so we're just going to switch this one out. so we don't have two reds next to each other. There we go. Alright, now we can start on the top. Hi! Alright, so on the top, we can spread them out like this. Make them more like an X. There we go. Time 3 times. Okay. There we go. That wire's sticking out. Okay. Well, we're going to pray for him, Pamela. There's a lot they can do now. A lot more than they used to be able to. Okay. Thank you. There's a lot of different ways you could make this. You don't have to use all the colors. I just like to because why not? How many times do you get to put all these colors together? So, thought we'd have fun taking advantage of that. Okay. So we've got the ribbon in. I like it with the ribbon. Okay, and so what I did is I took one of the puzzle pieces and I painted it blue. So we'll probably put it over here on the side. But if you know somebody or you have a family member, you can write their name in here. So I left it blank because, you know, I wanted someone to have the opportunity to put their, you know, child's name here. So we'll put it over here somewhere. But what we're going to do, since we have all of our ribbon on, isn't that pretty? So I made one bow. So what we're going to do is we're going to put a few bows on it. But we're going to do a really cool bow. So we'll put this back here with Bella. Little Bella. And we're going to use our Pro bow. Okay. So what we're going to do is we are going to make a bow with all 3 of these 1.5 inch together. Okay? So we're going to take all 3 of these and put them together. So that's going to make a very interesting bow. So the Pro Bow comes with this nice little holder. It makes it a lot easier. And we're going to take our 26 gauge wire. Hey Pamela. And we are going to cut 2 of them. So about 28 inches or so. It's way more than we need, but I'd rather have too much because this wire is pretty inexpensive. Okay, so let's talk about these 2 wires. So the first wire is going to tie your bow down to this main finger here, and it's going to go around the entire ribbon. So it's the most important one in the bow. Okay, this is the top of the bow, this is the back of the bow. This second wire, and what I'm doing is getting the center. This second wire, what it does is it holds the different ribbons so that you can work essentially without having to try to hold it the whole time. So that's what the purpose of the wires are for. So we're going to start with these 3. And the first thing you want to do, you see why this thing is so great? Is you want to figure out how long you want your tail. So I'm just going to go from the center to the end of the board, and that is about 11 inches. Okay? So I'll pinch it right here. Take wire number 1, and I'm going to put that center right where I pinched it. Now I'm just going to twist it one good time. Alright? So you just have it tied on. Then you come to your finger. You never want to start at the bottom. You want to start somewhere around the middle, and you tie the top of this wire to that finger, and you take the bottom one and you hook it around the little nail at the bottom, and then just get it out of your way. Okay? Now the one that we're doing at the longest point is about a 6-inch loop. At the shortest point, I think it's like a 3-inch loop. But what I'm going to do is take them all 3 together, and I like to use the middle peg. Now this is the one where you have the center loop. You don't have to use that if you don't want to. But then what you're going to do is you're going to take this second wire, and you take this second wire and you slip it behind where you tied it on and that peg. So you see where it is? It's right behind this. Okay? And what that does, when you pinch this, you tie it on right there. Now you have it tied on and you don't have to hold it. So just like any other bow, when you get to the center, you have to twist it so that you can get your pretty side up. And go to your peg. Finger. Alright, then you come back to the center, pinch it, twist it. Now remember, you're still doing these collectively as one. Okay? So, pinch, keep them together. Which is a little bit more challenging, but you can do it. Hold on, one of my ribbons is twisted. There we go. Alright. There we go. Go around that next one. Whoop. It is a little bit more challenging when you have all three, but it can be done. Just do it slowly. We're going to go one more time. Go ahead. I think my boys might have been in here playing with my board. Okay. Twist it. See, and what you can do is take this and twist it, or put one up, one down, and that holds it in case you have to walk off and do something and come back. Alright, we have one left, and then we're going to come back to the center, pinch, twist, one up, one down, go to the end, and we're going to cut it off. So we're done with these three. What I like to do is go ahead, turn it over, do my little tail, and then you can take it and push it up here. Push it up out of your way. So then we're left with just the red and blue and yellow. So we're going to do these the same, but we're going to do one at a time. So to the end, pinch, okay. All I'm going to do is go up one time with this wire and down one time with this wire, and then I'll go around once, come back to the center, pinch, twist, move this one out of my way, go to the next one, back to the center, pinch, twist, and then I'm going to go up with this wire, down with this wire, and that just holds it still so I can grab my scissors. So I'll go ahead and make my little cut, move it out of the way. There we go. See, can you tell this is the top, this is the bottom, or the back. Okay, so same thing with this one. Pinch it, up, down, to hold it in place. Cut my little detail, put it out of the way. Go around the first one, take this off. Okay, come back to the center, pinch, twist. So you're twisting to get that pretty side up. If you didn't, you'd have the back side of the bow up there, and that wouldn't look so pretty. Okay? And then we'll trim it. And go up and down again. Okay, and then we can make our little detail. Put it out of the way. Move this. Now we have our last one. So the yellow is going to be our last one. We don't have a ton of yellow in there, so I thought we would put the last two loops as yellow. Okay. So go around the first one, come back to the center, pinch, twist, move that out. That one, back to the center, pinch, twist, center, pinch, twist. Last one. Center, pinch, twist. Alright, then we can go up and down. Trim it off. We're done with this. We'll put it back here with the puppy. Okay, so now I can trim this and this one. That way we don't have to do it while it's on our board. Okay, so now this is the important thing. Remember how we tied this up here? So when you take it off, you see where it is? It's at the very beginning of your bow. So the same thing with the bottom one. It's at the very beginning. So what I like to do is take these two wires together and just tighten it one time like this before I take it off. So just stick your fingers under there and kind of pop it up. Okay. So put this back down here. Let's get. Alright, so we got our fluff box. So what I'm going to do before I put it on our fluff box is I'm going to take it and I'm going to pull it like this. Then I'm going to take this wire and I'm going to tighten it as much as I can. It just helps to make sure the bow's not going to come loose and everything is in there nice and tight. Okay. There we go. Alright, now, so for the fluff box, we just stick the wires in our little hook and tie it around the snail. Now, so when you're doing your regular bows, you just fluff it out. So we're going to do that first. Pull your tails out. Pull your ribbons out. Separate them. Okay. Then, after you get that part done, kind of move it around a little bit. Then you just take these and you pull them apart. Just like that. So you end up with a really big full bow in the center. It's a lot of ribbons, isn't it? You just kind of pull them up. See, isn't that cool? Now you can do the same thing with the bottom. I mean, you could have so many bows in there, so many loops in there, you wouldn't believe it. That is the great thing about the Pro Bow. It would be really hard to do this by hand. But with that thing, you can do it. So what do you think? Alright, so now we can pull it out. It's especially easy to do this with the 1.5 inch. And so if you want to do something like this, I would do the 1.5 inch because it makes it a little bit easier. Alright, so now we can pull our wreath back. You see how colorful that is? Alright, So then we just take our wire, separate it. Just pick a spot to put it on. I'm just going to tie it. I'm going to move my mesh around until I find the center. And I'm going to go to the back. And just tie it down. Hi. Alright. There we go. So I got it tied on. So this is where I'm tying it in the back. So I'll just tie it down. Then I can move my tails around, refluff it. Make sure it's good. So when you're doing one and you have bows on it, what I like to do is either put one on one side and two on the other side so that it almost makes a triangle, or I just use one big one. It's really kind of up to you. So I have made another one, of course nothing like that big one, but you could take two smaller ones and put like one here and one here. You can also take the small ones, let's see, and do a couple simple bows. So do you remember I showed you can take just make a loop? The red, white, and blue kit is almost done. I had a little unexpected difficulty this weekend. My mom fell Saturday night, so I kind of got a little behind. But it should be out in the next day or so. Okay, so you take the 3 loops that you tied together. You can take these and pull them out to the side. So if you have trouble making a bow, here you go. Simple, simple. And then, when you tie it down, it looks adorable. See that? She is okay. She tore some ligaments in her knee. But you know, it's tough when you get to be a certain age. She has difficulty. She's not very balanced, so, but she's doing okay. She's tough. Alright, so we'll do another one. Thank you. But I have the kit about 95% done. I just have one little piece I need to add. And then it'll be ready. So it'll be out in the next couple days. So you see how simple that is? 3 little loops. Take your little pipe cleaner. Okay. Just tie it tight. Thank you. And then the coolest thing is you can pull these in different directions. Like that. See, and then when you tie it down, you can pull these out. You see? So you do not have to be a fabulous bow maker to make pretty bows on your wreaths. Thank you. Okay, so now we have our puzzle piece. So what we're going to do with our puzzle piece, I should have turned on Mr. Glue Gun, and I forgot. Okay. You see the back of my little puzzle piece isn't as pretty. But that's okay. So what I'll do for the puzzle piece, oh, and if you're curious about what's in the 4th of July kit, it has, let me see, 6 ribbons. It has a star. It has some Deco tubing. It's the tinsel kind. It has a pick. And what else is it? I'm missing something. Oh, it's going to come with some of these. And pipe cleaners. And I know I'm forgetting something. 3 colors. It's going to have 3 colors. Alright. So while I'm waiting on that, let me get these tied down. Okay. So with these tails, you know, you don't have to always do the little center one. You can do an angled one. That looks good. And it's really cute if you do the tails at different lengths. So, there we go. And you can just kind of move these around. Oh, let's get that one tied in. Okay. I think the 4th of July one is going to be fun. I want to take a nap. I tell you, when we went up to the hospital, we were there for like, I don't know, 4 hours. So we didn't get home until about 3:30 in the morning. So yesterday, I was kind of a zombie. So I didn't really get much of anything done. It was just a hangout day. There we go. Alright, now let's see. This guy's ready. So we'll take our little ones here. Let's get some pipe cleaners out. One more. Okay. I think it's feeling pretty warm. This thing is awesome, but it takes a little while to heat up. Aw. I thought about doing that and being a special education teacher. Okay, there's one. My best friend growing up, her brother had severe autism. Of course, back then they didn't know that's what it was, but okay. I'm going to tell you what, Cheryl. This thing is great, and it's dangerous too, because this thing gets so hot you wouldn't believe it. I mean, it is like hot, hot. If it gets on you, it is seriously hot. Yeah, these things are awesome. They're just very convenient. Whoops. Okay. There we go. Alright, so now we just stick our little ties in, little pipe cleaners, tie it off. Oop, that one's short. I like to tie mine down so that they'll stay on there. There we go. Alright, so we got it ready. Do you like the metallic paint? I like the metallic. Alright, so let's see. I think we'll put it like right here. I could actually okay, so I'm going to pull it around the back and tie it. Okay. And then I'm going to straighten the ribbons around this. So. There it is. So I look for the break in the mesh so that I can tie it down. Okay, so now what I'll do is I'll take these ribbons and I'll pull them out so that they look like they're kind of coming out from our puzzle piece. That way it's not squashing the ribbon and you can still see it. So that's how I handle it when it's around something like this. Okay. So see, the good part is you can still see your mesh in here because we didn't put any bows or anything like that down here. We just put them on the top. So on the top, there's really quite a lot of ribbon. But on the bottom, it's not quite as much ribbon, so you have more of the mesh. So I always shake and make sure it's on there really good. Then you can just kind of refluff your little ribbons. But boy, I tell you, this has lots of ribbon on it. Alright, let's pull this up. Okay, so this is what it looks like. So let's see, it's more like this. So you could decide if you want like the piece to be on the side so that you have your ribbon here and your puzzle piece here, or you could have it like this where this big bow is on the top and this is on the bottom. It's really kind of up to you. And if you wanted to do that, I would take one of these bows and move it over here. So when this is finished, it's usually about 24 by 24 when I make one like this. Alright, so someone was asking me about how I finish the back. So let's go through that real quick. So I get these at either Big Lots or the Dollar Tree. Alright, so these are just little placemats. And I have this. So this is called rustic wire. They have it in brown and they have it in green. So we're going to use the green one because that's what I have in here right now. Thank you. So I'll cut a piece. Where's my little thingies? Here, we'll just use this. Okay. Let's see how much we have. It's about 12 inches or so. So like this, okay? So what you want to do is figure out where you want to put it. So if we were going to have ours like this, so that our pieces in the back. When you turn it around, okay, what I do is I take this wire and I wrap it around this. Now the big thing with this, okay, is that you want to make sure you have some pliers so you can tuck that under and make sure there's not a rough surface to scratch someone's door. And then I just go on the other side, like that. I do the same thing. I just loop it around that wire. You want to get a good couple. Then take those pliers and fold it down. There we go. Okay. Then I take this, okay. I take a pipe cleaner. I especially want to do it where I tied it. So I just run my zip tie right through these little holes because they will go through it. If you have trouble, you can punch a hole in it, but I usually don't. Just kind of have to work at it a minute. There we go. Okay. And I will tie it like that. Snip it off. And then move this around the back. Alright, so when I do these, I like to put it at about 4 points. 5 really. 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, 1 here. And that's it. And then of course, you'll have to kind of refluff your bows a little bit because you'll squash them. But that's it. That's how I finish the back. So then when someone gets it, they have a nice little place to hang it. Because you don't want them to have to hang it from the frame. It can damage their door and it just doesn't give it a very finished look. Okay? Alright. Well, this was fun. Thank you. Alright, well, y'all have a wonderful rest of your Sunday evening. And I will get my taped version edited and out as quickly as I can. So, then you can see the whole thing together. Alright, well, thank y'all for being patient and flipping over here so we can get it done. I hope y'all have a wonderful evening.